There are two different existence models. And by that, two ways we go through life and we live the life we live. I called it existence model, which is actually the way we live our life. The most common way of living life, of going through life, is the modern existence model. The modern existence model is, I think, the model you might be using right now. In this model, what happens is that you come to life as a child, and then they put you to school, you learn money making skills from school or from someone that has experience. And this is the first step as a child. Learning money making skills, you start working and exchange your time for money. Once you get that money, you use it to buy food and living needs. You buy food that you need to survive, eat, and you would also buy living needs like house or a rent or transportation. So this is the modern existence model, and it's actually shaped as a dollar. And the central piece of this way of existence is money. Because the more money you make, the more you can actually enjoy and have a great living experience and get whatever you want and do everything you need. If you don't have money, you are in trouble. So this existence model is all based on money. When you come to life after feeding you, the first thing they do is teach you how to make money by putting you to school so that you learn a money making skill. And this money making skill, you eventually use it to exchange it for money and exchange the money for the things you need to live. This is the modern existence model, and most of us live in this existence model. But there's another existence model that also exists that I call the traditional existence model. And the traditional existence model is actually shaped as a traditional African house because it looks great. And the traditional existence model is somehow different than the modern existence model. In this traditional existence model, you come to life the same way as here. You are born into life, and then as a child, you are taught survival skills. You learn them by engaging with the community and living in harmony with nature. You will learn the traditional existence model skills by engaging with the community and nature, like going into nature and learning how to survive with nature. Those are the basics of how you live. As a child, you are born, you are fed. Instead of being sent to school to learn money making skills, you learn living skills. How do you live in nature? How do you live in harmony with the environment you were born into? Those are the main skills from the time you are born. While you're growing up, you start exchanging your time for food, for living needs, and community needs. So the skills you learn here, you exchange directly for the food and living needs and also for the community needs. The most important thing in this model is actually community. In this existence model, the one thing you need to have to exist, meaning to live, meaning to survive, is to have a community. Contrarily to this, where money is the most important thing, here, the most important thing is community. And why community? As I told you, people in this model start learning food making skills. For example, as a child, you are taught how to go hunting. You are taught how to go climbing. You are taught how to go fishing. You are taught how to grow chickens. So in this traditional existence model, you are mainly taught how to live with nature. And the skills you learn as a child, like how to go out in nature and not be eaten by a wild animal, how to not drown, how to fish, how to climb a tree and get the fruits to eat. Basically, how to survive in nature. You will also learn how to grow crops, to get the fruits and the grains and the food you need to eat to survive throughout the year, how to get clean drinking water, how to take care of yourself, how to take care of the community, and how to really live in harmony with the community is extremely important, because the single most important thing here is community. Why am I saying it's community? You might think, hey, Anik, why not food? Why community? Because they're actually exchanging their time, they're getting food in exchange. But this traditional existence model is set up in a way that it doesn't matter how you are born. Let's say you are born with a disability. Let's say you are born and you are not capable of using your physical strength to actually grow crops, climb, or do anything. The community is set in a way that you actually survive. You get the food you need, you get the community you need, you get everything you need. You are basically set. So it doesn't matter that you are strong in this community. What matters is that you belong to a community that cares about you and takes care of you. That's why community is very important. And that's why in this model, the one skill that they teach a lot is how to live in a community. So once you have those skills, what you do is that you exchange your time directly for the food, directly for your living needs, and you live life in harmony with nature and in harmony with the community. It's actually very simple. You want a fruit, you go to the tree and you get your fruit. You want some fish, you go to the water source and get your own fish. Or you go to your community and then you go to the person that is focused on making this thing, and then either you exchange it for something or you just ask for it and then the community will provide, or you need a house, the community come together and then they build you a house. This is why the community is the single most important thing in this traditional existence model. And those are the two existence models we have.